everyone, masofdas here. We're going to look back at the Xbox press conference. I'm going to use some Gears of War 5 footage in the background. I'm going to go over what was on Xbox. I'm also going to touch on Bethesda. Also had Devolver Digital, which I watched this morning. Wasn't really any. There's three or four games in there, like an update for the Messenger. Like DLC, nothing really there for me. Cool conference again. And also, Square Enix announced Final Fantasy VII Remakes coming 3rd of March. Just at the concert. More info of that comes in, because there's like a minute long trailer that finished with the release date. Still, it's like, up until now, it's still being touted as episodic. But let's go anyway through what Microsoft. Talking on Game Pass, there's now a Game Pass for PC. There's games on the PC one, obviously Xbox. And a little bit confusing. If you got Xbox Ultimate, Game Pass Ultimate, which I've got, you have the PC version and the Xbox version. But otherwise, they're like two separate subscriptions. But I think the Play Anywhere games work on both, because both subscriptions are both $7.99. So if you subscribe to Xbox and you want to play Forza Horizon 4 on PC, you can, because Play Anywhere, and vice versa from what I'm gathering. So, and there's like games like Football Manager 2019, Metro Exodus in that, and a load of new ones for the Xbox Game Pass, including Metro Exodus, Batman, the Arkham Knight, Borderlands Hanson Collection, Shenmue and stuff like that. And Microsoft also announced a new studio. They've acquired Double Fine Productions, and they showed Psychonauts 2, which is coming in 2020. I think that's a delay. I think that was supposed to come this year. That will still be coming to PS4. It's coming to Mac and Linux as well. But it will be on Game Pass. There's a few titles that Microsoft picked up, or studios picked up, that had games in the work that are coming to PS4 together. So they are also actually coming to Game Pass. They also spoke about streaming, xCloud. You can actually use your console as a streaming server instead of the ones like at Microsoft's offices or whatever they are. So it's sort of like remote play, because you're still going to have your Xbox turned on, you're still going to have the internet connection obviously at home, and then you're still obviously going to have a decent internet connection, like 4G or 5G connection on your mobile phone. So it's similar-ish to remote play. It might work obviously a bit better, and then obviously you can access your whole library. That is free, but I don't know about using Microsoft's own xCloud thing. Like, if I got my piece, obviously, gone away on holiday, I'm not going to leave my Xbox One on for a week or something if I've gone abroad. So to use Xbox's actual servers for xCloud might be different, and obviously I don't know about the games on there, if I just have all my library, or there's going to just be select ones or whatever. So they talked about that, and then they talked about, at the very end, we're going to it's Project Scarlet. So that's the new console. It's similar specs to what we've actually been hearing about the PS5, like custom design processor with Zen 2 Navi, RDN architecture, AMD, GDR6, solid state drives, ray tracing again, but it's hardware acceleration. I keep seeing this as like hardware and software things. Variable fresh rates, 8K capability. I still think this is not actually for graphics in game. I think that's more like the Tokyo Olympics, for instance, next year is going to be shown in 8K. I'm expecting that both Xbox Scarlet and PS5 will be able to play the Tokyo Olympics in 8K. Obviously, if you got a TV or monitor there, ultra low latency input, new obviously levels of fidelity, precision. They're talking about load times and stuff. It's 4 times more powerful than the One X. Again, similar to the PS5, where the Pro is the PS5 with its times of showing Spider-Man loading like 0.8 seconds compared to like 8 seconds of the Pro, and stuff like that. So it looks like load times are going to be a big deal, frame rates and stuff like that. Like, apparently it's going to 120 frames a second is going to be like possible. I still think it's going to be like, we can play in 1080p 120 frames a second, or we can play it native 4K. So a lot of Vex games and Pro games aren't actually still native. We can play an actual native in 60 frames a second instead of like 30 frames a second, and a bit of adjustments in there. Variable refresh rate is great. My TV, unfortunately, is a couple of years old now. It doesn't have that feature. And obviously I don't have 8K capability, but I would obviously, for like me, really get most of it from the get-go, so that's going to be really cool. And it's coming holiday 2020, and they announced one game for it so far, but they also said it's 4 generations of gaming games will work on this, so yes, all the way back to the original Xbox. So I reckon everything, literally, you'll just sign in on your Scholar, and everything you've got on your Xbox One or 360 or PC that's there is just going to be there. A bit like obviously going with like the Game Pass, like Forza, I can just play it on PC because I have Game Pass and stuff like that. So that's cool. Talked about cloud. New controller. So we've got the Elite Wireless Controller Series 2, which has got 30 new things to it. It's got new grips. You can tension the thumbsticks. The grip is all the way round. Mine's starting to break on the one side, and so I have to glue it down. But it's just like the whole things can't see where the seam is, where it breaks. Shorter trigger locks. It's got a built-in rechargeable battery, which has got 40 hours, and there's a wireless like battery thing I've seen, which you can like put on, then you just put the controller on top of it, a bit like they've done with like phones and stuff, companies. And then there were 60 games shown, and obviously that's what we're going to go through now, and that's the thing. So we've gone through like the hardware, the software, and all that sort of stuff. So game-wise, we had Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, that is for Windows 10, and will be available on Game Pass for PC. So again, that's pretty cool. Got Battletoads, Rare and Delilah Studios, I want to call them. Obviously, this is the first time actually we saw it. It looks really cool. That will be in Game Pass. Thing with that one, that was one of Rare's games shown, like the Xbox Game Studios. And I did predict that Rare would have an IP there, but then it's mainly Delilah Studios that are working on it, so a little bit iffy if I want to count that one. Then you got Blair Witch. This I thought was like Silent Hill at some point, because one of the characters looked really like James from Silent Hill 2. And it's from the guys that made Layers of Fear. So yeah, that looked cool. It's coming out August 30th. It's going to be on Game Pass, so that's cool. We got Bleeding Edge, which is the new game from Ninja Theory, which again I said Ninja Theory have a new game. It's a 4v4 like third person action brawler, a bit like Overwatch, but it's mainly melee focused. But there is an old character that has a gun and stuff like that, and you can sign up for a technical alpha, which I have myself this morning, and ask you a bunch of questions. And the games they bring up are like Overwatch, Super Smash Bros, Call of Duty, Tekken, and other fighters. Like, have you played them before? That's June 27th, I think, the technical alpha. Again, this is Windows 10 and Xbox, Pop Play Anywhere as well, and be on Game Pass. So that's really, really cool. So people, and again, this is now like an Xbox ecosystem exclusive. You got Borderlands 3. Again, obviously Borderlands 2. The Handsome Collection is now in Game Pass. Plus, they announced DLC for Borderlands 2, which is out now, which is why I thought about Borderlands 2. So that's shown. Obviously, that's on multiple systems. And you've got Crossfire X. I have no idea what this is, but apparently 650 million people have played it. And from the conference and people on Twitter and social, it seemed like it's just Xbox, but it's not. It's it's coming to Xbox, first console thing. Is from the actual description on the Xbox page, but it will be in Game Pass, and there will be special content for Game Pass members and stuff. Actually, they had a can look forward to platform. Okay, there was a single player developed for Remedy. It's the game that Remedy helped make in South Korea. I do know the game now. I just didn't know what it was called. So it's Battle Royale, competitive multiplayer, single player. So that's pretty cool. We got Cyberpunk 2077. Keanu Reeves was on stage. It's like basically announced the date. It's April next year. So yeah, that should be really cool. I think that could be with obviously talking about Scarlet coming holiday 2020. I presume PS5 would come pretty much the same time. I can see that being like the swan song for like the PS4 and Xbox One, like the last big one. I also wouldn't be surprised if it gets a re-release or it's like you play, because obviously Xbox One, no, Xbox Scarlet and PS5 are going back. It's like Xbox Scarlet Enhanced or something. Then we got Dragon Ball Z Kakarot or something. This is the what's Dragon Ball Z RPG that was announced a while ago, but now we actually have a subtitle, so it could be pretty cool. I'm not a big Dragon Ball person, but an RPG could be fun. Got Dying Light 2. It's actually finally been. No, I was thinking of Dead Island. I was going to say finally been shown, but that was Dead Island 2. But anyway, we've seen that. Then we've got Elden Ring. This is the long rumoured From Software RPG with George R. Martin, like the writer of it. I actually had the press release come this morning, and it says on the platform expected to launch on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. So I guess it could be a game that could also come to PS5 and Scarlet, or obviously if it's like again a late 2020 or even 2021 game, maybe they change platforms they're on. We got the Lego Horizon. I've jumped ahead myself, but Forza Horizon 4 second expansion's Lego Speed Champions. Yes, it's Lego in the Forza universe, so that's really cool. It launches on the 13th of June, so really soon. Obviously, it's on Xbox One, PC as well. So there's also a discount if you haven't got it too, so you can buy the expansion. That's should be really cool. And I predicted that the Forza 4 expansion would be at the conference, and I did say it would launch pretty much right after. Okay, it's not quite right after, but I think that's pretty close. Then we've got Gears 5. This looks really good. We've got a new game mode as well. It's also going to have some Terminator content. There's another game as well, so really recently that was also getting Terminator content, and it didn't really make sense. I'm not sure if it really makes sense here, but that's coming September 16th. But if you got Game Pass Ultimate, you get Gears of 5 Ultimate Edition instead of Gears of 5 regular edition you get in Game Pass. So you actually get it on 6th of September. So that's an added benefit. And now with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, it looks like you're going to get the Ultimate Editions for all games. Like Forza Horizon 4, for instance, did have an Ultimate Edition last year, and it looks like same case in here. And if you got the Ultimate, you get the Ultimate Editions. We got Gears Pop, which is the iOS and Android one. You can pre-order as well on your phone. I've done that myself. I've pre-registered, so don't know when it's coming. I think it's coming later this summer, it says. It looks okay. It looks a bit like Garden Warfare or something, but I have achievements and stuff, so see how it goes. Then obviously going in order, so Halo Infinite was shown. It was the last thing, and this is going to be a Project Scarlet launch title, and using the new engine and stuff like that. But this is on Microsoft's own site. They have system standards, Project Scarlet launch style, Windows 10. Again, PC makes sense. Xbox One. So I don't know if it's just going to be the game comes out and you play it on Scarlet. It's in 4K, 120 frames a second native. But if you play it on an Xbox One original, it's 720p, 30 frames per second, and it's like the potato version. Or it's going to come two separate versions, a bit like Breath of the Wild and Twilight Princess did. Or the Xbox One, you're going to be able to play it on the Xbox One, but through the cloud. Obviously, with xCloud and stuff, there's an xCloud app on the Xbox One, so maybe you can do that. So it's really interesting where that goes and what else actually also comes to Project Scarlet. I'll get to what's missing as well, which obviously could lead into what's possible for Project Scarlet. Next, we've got Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, and basically this is covering all 9 episodes of the Skywalker Saga, so that's cool. We had Microsoft Flight Simulator. This I did not predict, and it's also coming to Xbox One, which might be like the first flight simulator on Xbox. I'm not sure, and it's coming in 2020 to Game Pass. It's coming to 2020 on PC, and then later day after on Xbox. So not sure exactly. Then we have Minecraft Dungeons. This is like a Diablo-like Minecraft game, and it's actually coming to PS4 and Switch as well. But Microsoft obviously is the publisher. It will be part of Game Pass on Xbox though, and that's coming spring 2020. Then we've got Ori, which I said would be there. Again, it's going to be in Game Pass, Xbox One, PC. It's also Steam because it's Windows 10 and Steam, so a little bit iffy on what's there. Then we got Fantasy Star Online 2. I did not see that to be obviously at the Microsoft conference. That was a bit of a shock. But Sega tweeted about it, and it seems like it's only coming to North America at launch. They have no information on Europe, Middle East, Asia, anything like that. And it looks like it might be coming first to Xbox. It might even just be an Xbox exclusive as well, how the trailer is worded and stuff like that. But it doesn't say on this like it does with Crossfire's first on Xbox, and it doesn't say it's just on Xbox. So I'm not sure that one. Then we've got RPG time, I should say, Legend of Wright, which basically looks like you're in school and you're dealing in school, but you're dealing what becomes the game, and it's in like an RPG. So yeah, could be interesting. Sea of Thieves was shown. I don't know what was shown of that, so I'm new to the story, talking about the story content, Tall Tales, and of the free update and stuff like that. Again, I said Rare would show an update for Sea of Thieves, and they technically did, so I was pretty much bang on there as well. Then we got Spirit Fair. This looks pretty good. It's from Thunder Lotus. They did the Jolton game or something like that. Looks like you start off in a boat and stuff in the trailer. It looked interesting to me. It's definitely like a side-scrolling, definitely indie sort of title. We saw Star Wars: The Fallen Order looked way better here than it did at EA. I didn't think it looked very good at all in the EA play, but yeah, definitely looked better. Just wait and see on that one. We got new DLC for State of Decay 2. Again, that's out now. Oh yeah, State of Decay is on offer. If 2 on offer if you haven't got Game Pass, but it's part of Game Pass. Again, I play State of Decay is not that great. Few of me and 2 of my mates played it. It's okay. But again, I did say State of Decay 2 would get an update. Then we had Tales of Arise, which is a new Tales game. Does not look like a Tales game whatsoever. Tales games are normally all shell shade anime style. The characters are still like anime style. They're like bigger and more human size. They always look quite small, not chibi, but like not very tall on normal Tales games. They look more human, but the world looks realistic. It's like it looked like if Final Fantasy was made, but you replaced Noctis in Final Fantasy 15 with an anime version of him. That's what it kind of looked like, so that's cool. Then we've got Outer Worlds. Again, this is talking about like Psychonauts 2. This is coming to PS4 still. It's coming to PC too, but it is coming to Xbox Game Pass now. But obviously, Obsidian is part of Xbox, so that's really cool. That's coming part of Game Pass. That's really wicked. Then we've got 12 Minutes. It's again from Annapurna Interactive. Really like them. They're really good. Publishers picking up some really good stuff, and this looks really good. It's like a top-down thing in like an apartment, and I believe it's like the first same 12 minutes keep playing out, and you basically gonna need to break this time loop and stuff where what's happening. Then we got Wasteland 3. Again, it's from In Exile Entertainment. So this is also going to PS4. But because it's now part of Xbox Studios, it is going to be in Game Pass. That's cool. And then the last one was Way to the Woods, which you play as a stag with a Another baby deer basically going through the world. You can use your antlers to light things up and stuff. So that looked really cool. There was also an indie sizzle that has some pretty cool stuff in there. So some really good games from Xbox. Like I said, stuff missing. Looking at the actual studios, like they did show plenty of Xbox, like you said, part of the Xbox Studios content and stuff like that. But looking at what was missing, if I look what I said, what did I say? That's the problem when you say things and you can't remember what you said. Oh, where's it to? Oh, I had it right here. I got it. Right. I said Mojang will show Minecraft. They did the Minecraft dungeon thing. 343 will show Halo Infinite, which they did. Coalition will show Gears of War 5, which they did. Ninja Fury will show Bleeding Edge. At the time I knew their name when I actually updated this. There's a Turntable will show before Turn 10 weren't there. So it got wrong. Again, I think this is now building up to E3 2020 with the Scarlet will then be showing, like, this is what it looks like, this is how much it is, this is the exact date, this is the game's coming, here's Forza Motorsport 8. Playground, I put will show Forza Horizon 4 expansion, which they did, which is the Lego. I put they would show Fable finally. Again, I think that's very much like it's going to be shown E3 2020. It's going to be for Scarlet. You know, everything was shown is, apart from Halo. Well, Halo Infinite is coming to Xbox One, but it's going to say apart from that, everything's seems to be Xbox One. Rare will use an IP. Again, Battletoads is being classed as an Xbox Game Studios game, even though I'm a little bit iffy on that one. And CFEs will get an update, which it did. Obsidian will show Outer Worlds, which they did. Only devs and Dead Labs State of Decay update, which it was. Compulsion, no new game from them. That's when I'm more surprised than the Fable and Forza with no Turn 10 and no Fable and stuff like that. And then in the Initiative, their game, again, that was not shown, but again, I can see why it makes sense to leave it until next year. Again, will be a Scarlet game, most probably. Could be quite a few, that could be like a 2021 November sort of game. That could be quite a way out. Then I put Ori 2, which was shown, which it was. Battletoads, but links to the rare IP. Gears Pop will get release date, kind of did. You can pre-order. It's come September. Gear Tactics wasn't shown, but we still have Inside Xbox and FanFest. And FanFest is being streamed live as well as Inside Xbox. So it could be there. Cuphead DLC wasn't there, and a little bit surprised on there, seeing that it's coming a physical version on Switch, which will get like achievements and updates and that. It's coming August. I thought I might have seen the Cuphead DLC, and then it's like, oh, you own this game on Xbox, you own this game on Switch. Here's some new DLC you can buy for it. And then I put Cyberpunk was shown, From Software, George Martin shown, Indie Sizzle was shown, Japanese Sizzle. Didn't get into Japanese Sizzle, just got announcements. Here's Phantasy Star, and some other third party games which should. So pretty much bang on predicted the Xbox conference. It's just, there's a few games missing that I thought would be there from studios that weren't there. But now that they showed Scarlet, it's coming holiday 2020. Makes total sense that they're going to be at E3 next year, and like this is what's coming to for the next console. And then, like I said, I didn't really see Flight Simulator coming to Xbox. That's a bit of a weird one. And then Age of Empires is an Xbox Game Studios game. It's just it's only on PC, which So I didn't really predict that. I was just trying to predict Xbox games. So that was Xbox. Then Bethesda, this morning they showed. What did they show? So they talked Fallout 76. It's got a new expansion. I believe it's free, called Wastelanders. Also, the game's free this weekend if you want to play it. And there's a battle royale type mode. Look better. They're adding like NPCs are going to be in the game, dialogue trees, a story, stuff like that. I do actually have this game. I won the code for it, so may try it. Elder Scrolls Blades is now out properly, so you can download it on your phone. Plus, it's coming to Switch, but November. However, you can transfer your progress over from mobile to Switch. So that's pretty neat if you start now. One I thought this was the biggest one for me at the show was Ghostwire Tokyo from Shinji Mikami, which is a new game from his studio Tango Works. Obviously, he's from Evil Within and Evil Within 2. This is an interesting one because if you look it up on Bethesda's website and look up platforms, it's to be confirmed. So wouldn't be surprised if it's a Scarlet and PS5 game, because all we got was a CGI trailer, but it looked really, really cool, and I want it. Then we got Elder Scrolls Online, new content, talking about the recent expansion, blah blah blah. Commander Keen, a new Commander Keen game, but for mobile, you can play as Billy or Billy, twin son and daughter of Billy Blaze, the original Commander Keen. It's coming sometime this summer. We've got Wolfenstein Youngblood, which is set in the 80s. So, I believe it's 20 years, they said, roughly after Wolfenstein 2. I've not played Wolfenstein 2, and how you they even that sort of stage show spoilers, but Professor said that you liberated America. So I'm kind of thinking what happened for the next 20 years between that and this game. It's surely the Nazis tried to go take America back, or you would have liberated America. We're just gonna not do anything now. And that's just oh no, we don't care about that. That's I don't know, games and stories and lore weird. But yeah, it looks pretty good, and it's got that weird bundle where it's £10 more, but you get code for it, so someone your mate can play it, because you can play it as play it as co-op. I've not played any of the new Wolfenstein games, so I'm not that fussed, but yeah, it looks okay. One I liked was Arcane Studios Leon, because I think there's another Arcane Studios showed a Deathloop. We'll play, it sounds a bit like Dishonored, but from the trailer there's these two characters, assassins, but basically trying to kill each other, but they can kill each other, but then time restarts over, hence why the title Deathloop. Pretty cool to me, so I'm excited about that one. They talked about their streaming tech and how they've got stuff built into the engines which will help with the streaming and the bandwidth and the frame rates and stuff. And they mentioned Stadia and xCloud for that, and you can download Doom 2016. You can pre-register, so you can get a free copy, and then you can try it on one of those services. It looks like that was shown. Then the last one was Doom Eternal. So Bethesda didn't really have much, I thought. And what did show did look pretty good, and obviously having updates for their games like an Elder Scrolls Online, and I don't want to use fixing Fallout 76, but the content that's coming definitely looked interesting. So good first sort of day E3. Obviously we did have Google Stadia a couple of days before there for Direct, and that was not good personally, but I can see myself possibly using it, because I did not have a great laptop for maybe high-end PC games that I can't run, but I can play through the Stadia streaming. That's a possibility I can see. And obviously we then had the EA Play, where it was broken down into chunks, showing the Sims, Fallen Order. Doesn't look that great from what I've seen. And they showed Apex Legends, and it looks like the Battle Pass is going to be really much better for Season 2, and we've got a new character called Watson, and she looks really good. But anyway, this has been day one. My thoughts on what's happened so far, and we'll do the same tomorrow, and obviously that'll be really long because obviously we've got Ubisoft, we've got Square, we've got Inside Xbox, which could be content. We've got the Kind of Funny Showcase, which is going to have 60 games in it. Again, it's mostly going to be indies, but the last showcase they did, they had Judgment in it from Sega, so that's a pretty big game. So yes, it'll be really good stuff still to come. Anyway, I've been masofdas, and I'll see you again.